guys, welcome back. My name's Michaela. For those of you who have never seen my channel before, welcome. Please subscribe. I am doing a sponsored video today for Tam Beauty, which again, if you've never heard of them, you will have heard of some of their brands. So Makeup Revolution, Freedom, I Heart Makeup, Makeup Obsession, tons of brands that you will already be 100% familiar with. And today I'm going to be doing a Christmas look. It's not going to be a tutorial as such because I am not a skilled makeup artist, but it is going to be something I have actually already prepared, would you believe? I have a couple of things in here that I want to try out on camera as well, that I've never tried, but the eye look is something that I've been basically wearing non-stop for the past week, when I've been wearing makeup, which is not every day. Usually I sit in front of the camera and just see what happens, and today I have actually already done this makeup look several times. I am very much enamoured of it. So I'm going to put on some foundation first of all. Now, the foundation I'm not going to show you, foundation and concealer, I'm kind of trialling for a future video. So I'm going to show you the application because I'm obsessed with this new brush that I've been using, but I'm not going to tell you what the foundation is because it's going to be a secret for a later date. This brush is amazing. I was supposed to use it, again, on camera. Usually I'm like super unprepared with these things and I just kind of wing it, and I like to kind of find out, as you do, whether or not things are any good. But because I didn't film this video quite as quickly as I thought I would, I was just too interested, too intrigued, too curious, and I have not been able to stop using this brush. I haven't picked up another applicator since I tried it. Whether or not I'm doing it properly, I have no idea. I haven't actually seen anybody else use a brush like this, but I did just think it was going to be a gimmick, and it's not. It blends everything beautifully. Concealer especially, I find this to be really, really good with. If you have got visible pores, if you've got fine lines that you find that your concealer settled into, I have found this to be absolutely amazing. I kind of blend it out a little bit with my fingers first of all, and then kind of blend and pat at the same time, and it gives amazing coverage, but just the most natural finish of any applicator that I've tried. And you guys know I am not blowing smoke because I am not afraid to tell you when something's terrible, and I really did think that was going to be a gimmick, but I'm in love. Let's do brows. I kind of only recently just started, I keep taking the wrong end off, just started doing my brows again because I had them microbladed 6 months ago-ish, and I just haven't found that I needed to, and I don't need to. Day to day, I'm really happy with the shape of them and how filled in they are. But when I am going to do a heavier makeup look like I am today, I think I need that little more definition. I'm not sure what this pencil is called. It's a duo. I will try and link every single thing from this in the information bar, which I know I'm terrible at, but I promise I'm going to try and do that today. Has anybody been watching The Crown? Because I'm obsessed with it. I have no idea what just made me think of that. I can't say that at any point during The Crown if I thought about anybody's eyebrows, but obviously something just popped into my mind because I've been watching it all morning and procrastinating getting things done. But I really am obsessed. I'm going to pop on some primer. This is the Freedom Pro eye primer. Just while I kind of do some other stuff, I'm gonna just let this set. I'm gonna use this HD Pro Finish powder in Banana, and I'm gonna use it a little bit everywhere, but mostly under my eyes. And I know this is not a cloud of dust. This is not necessarily something I would recommend if you are trying to avoid the settling around the eyes, but I want to put it underneath my eyes to hopefully catch any of the fallout from the eyeshadow that I'm going to do. I also find, and I know that this is kind of a controversial one because some people say it's not a great idea, but I do find that if I have on a really good eye primer that adheres really well to shadows, I kind of need to put on a layer of translucent powder or something pale underneath, otherwise I can't blend them out. Do you ever find that? When you put the two eyeshadow colours together and they're just kind of stuck there. I'm going to be using the Fortune Favours The Brave palette, which is this one from Makeup Revolution and British Beauty Blogger. One of their first blogger collaborations, and I think one of their more successful palettes over the years, which is amazing. So the colours that I've been using, I mean, you look at this and you might think she's going to go really colourful. Blue. Maybe. No, not at all. Very neutral. Very boring, but that is me. I am trying to come out of myself a little bit. One of my New Year's resolutions is more makeup, more colour, a little bit more risk, I suppose, when it comes to makeup. I moved away from it a little bit because I noticed that my skin was changing, my face was dropping a little bit. I know I'm still early 30s, but I did feel a massive change in my face, and I think I got a little bit disheartened that things weren't working for me anymore. And I was never that great at it to begin with, but I think I want to really focus on learning my new shapes. And so in the new year, you're gonna see more makeup looks from me. So the first colour that I've been using is this creamy colour here. I wish I still had the insert so that I could tell you what the colour was, but I haven't. But I'm gonna put that all over my lid and up to my brow bone. This is basically almost like just a base colour that I've been using, and in the same way that I told you that I like to use the powder on top of my primer so everything blends a little bit more nicely, this is kind of how I've been using it, but also as my lid colour. With the same fluffy brush, I've been using this kind of mid brown just in my crease. This step is what I've really struggled with over the past couple of years, with my eyes becoming more hooded, and one more so than the other. But from talking about it on YouTube, I think that that's not a very unique problem. I think that happens quite frequently. And so I'm hoping that as I learn to kind of work around my new eye shape, I can help some of you guys do the same. It's definitely easier starting out with kind of soft colours like this and big fluffy brushes rather than very precise placement, because that definitely exaggerates when you've not quite blended out or things aren't quite even. I tend to use my brow as a guide to how far I'll actually blend up as opposed to my crease, because like I say, I have slightly more space on one side than the other. With a smaller brush, I'm going to go underneath my eye with that same mid-tone brown, and then again with this fluffy brush in this darker brown here, I'm just going to slightly deepen the outer edge, the outer corner slash crease. I'm going to use this very, very pale slash white colour right in the inner corner. And my favourite step is this shimmery marble colour here. I'm just going to press a little bit of that on with my fingertip. It is amazing. I'm going to bring you up closer. Just look how beautiful that is. Hopefully it translates on camera, because in person it really is gorgeous. And I think the perfect addition to a very neutral and kind of safe eye look. If you want to just like Christmas it up a little bit. I used to really, really enjoy liquid eyeliner and just, I mean, liquid eyeliner I can still wear, but winged liquid eyeliner. And now I really, really struggle with it, because even if it's even, like as I'm applying it, then I relax my eyes and on one side it just doesn't look right. I can make one side look good or the other side look good. And to be fair, this eye never looks quite right with winged eyeliner anymore. And so I've been using a little teeny angled brush and just kind of using this with a kohl liner. This is the, I don't know, it doesn't say on the actual pencil, but again, I'll try to remember to link everything below, but it's a Makeup Revolution kohl liner, I believe. I also use it in my waterline to kind of give that really full lash effect, not on my lower lash line and not too close to the inner corner, because I find that it smudges all over my face, but just on that outer part, which is what I'm going to focus on now, and I slightly smudge out a wing. So it does give that kind of illusion of lifting my eye, but when I relax my eye, it doesn't look too intense. If it looks a little bit crooked, obviously I'm going to be expressive when I'm talking to people, and so the wing will look good, but if I relax my eyes, it doesn't look like a lot. I'm never going to be able to get that beautiful wing again. I have been to professional makeup artists and they've been like, I can, and then they have eventually conceded that it's no longer possible. So this is kind of what I've come to, and I really enjoy it, and it's nowhere near as difficult as a regular winged eyeliner with liquid eyeliner would be. So if you do just generally struggle with that, you've not got the steadiest of hands, this is a really great way of creating somewhat winged eyeliner without the kind of pressure of a very, very dark, intense wing. You can kind of play with this. If you get it wrong, it doesn't really matter, because it's just a smudgy suggestion of a wing. So you can see with this one, I've kind of gone a little bit further down with this wing, a little bit further up with this wing, to kind of try and redress the balance. So depending on how my face is, sometimes they'll look even and sometimes they won't. Then to kind of set that, and also to deepen it, I suppose, once I've decided where my wings are going to be, I use the black in this palette, which is there. I added a swipe of mascara, and now we are good to go on to the next step. So I was going to use this, I may still use this. This is the Bronze and Shimmer from I Heart Makeup, and I have been really enjoying this side. This is a little bit too bronzy for me with the colour that I am right now, but I've been really enjoying this. If you look closely, there's actually kind of an ombre situation. From that angle you can kind of see like three colours there, can't you? So I've been using kind of the slightly darker section, which I know it's not very dark, but I've been using that as a blush highlight situation. So I'm going to do that, but I also want to use this, which is a loose highlight, and I haven't tried that yet. So I'm gonna just use a little bit of this. It doesn't give a tremendous amount of glow, but it does give a little sheen and just a hint of colour, which is usually what I'm after. But today we're gonna go for a glow. So this is the Pearl, oh, I just poofed a ton of it up into the air. It's gonna be like glitter central when I come back from the school run. Pearl Lights, I did it again. The loose highlighter in peach champagne, that's the colour of it. So I'm gonna actually, woo, that's a lot. I'm gonna actually use the lid because this is very, very loose. Oh my goodness. That is high impact. That's actually beautiful. I kind of worried that, I mean, I didn't know it was gonna be as much as that, but I kind of worried that if it was, it would be too sparkly. And it does, I mean, it is sparkly, but it's very fine. Trying to avoid this area, which is like poor city, but it kind of wants to travel a little bit. I feel like that would be really nice, you know, in the same way that I used that marble eyeshadow just as kind of a topper on the centre of my lid. I think these would be really nice in that same way. I did choose the kind of the most me colour, because, you know, peach champagne, but there are tons of these and they come in a bunch of different tones. In fact, in my last Makeup Revolution tan video, I'll link below, maybe, we'll see if I remember, I actually showed you them all. I may have swatched them, I can't remember. They are so messy, it's possible that I didn't. I may have just shown you the different colours available, but I picked one of the tamer ones for my skin tone. There are definitely ones that would be a little bit more glowy than that. Finally, lips. I'm actually using the liner from the Bow Down lip kit. But if you did see that previous video, I did mention that I'm not a big fan of the lip liners underneath the liquid lips. I don't think they go together all that well. It may just be me, it may be preference. I think with the glossers and the other ones, they're fine. But with the matte ones, I just want to kind of go straight in there with a matte liquid lip. I'm not a big fan of the lip liner underneath. Whereas I like the lip liners by themselves and I like the lipsticks. Ta-da! They actually go together really, really nicely. Whereas, I don't know, maybe it's just me. So the Bow Down lip liner is what I'm going to use underneath the lipstick. And I'm kind of going for like a 3D lip effect here because this is darker than the lipstick. Am I putting this on right? Why is the lid not? This is not the right lid. The lipstick is paler is where I was going with this. So this is exclusive. It's one of the sparkly gold ones, all about the sparkle. I'm just leaving the edges of my lips as lip liner only. Then I'm going to use the Pro Butters gloss in D-Ream, which I feel like is no longer available. I think I looked this up last time I used it and it wasn't, but obviously any of the pale glosses would do. I think the last time I used this, I noticed that it had been discontinued. I'm not sure if they even make the Pro Butters at all anymore, possibly because the Pro Melts were so popular and it is my personal favourite. That particular formula is my favourite is what I'm saying. And they do very, very similar, if not exactly the same colour in that. But basically just kind of like a little glossy topper to the centre of my lips. And that is it. I know it's fairly neutral, but I think it's got a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shimmer, and it's a really wearable Christmas Day look if you're not looking for really pow anything. I think the biggest thing for me on Christmas Day is there's a lot of eating and drinking, and unless you are prepared to be reapplying your lipstick all the time, even the best long-wearing lipsticks, they're gonna have a hard time on Christmas Day. So I like to keep it fairly neutral, so even if it wears, it's not gonna wear quite as horribly as a very, very bright lip. That being said, if you want to suggest a very, very bright lip that will stay on all day, feel free, let me know in the comments. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know if you would like to see a New Year's one. I may do a follow-up and do something a little bit more out there. Not like crazy, not like editorial or anything, but something I still would wear, but maybe a little bit more colour. Let me know, and I may get that filmed between now and New Year. But yeah, I think possibly this might be my last beauty video until Christmas. So I hope you've been enjoying Vlogmas. If you haven't, I'll see you guys after Christmas with some regular videos.